Yo, what is going on, guys? Bobby here, and today we have a great video for you guys where I'm going to show you guys brawlers that are completely broken right now. And if you guys level up these brawlers and play these brawlers, it's going to be free trophies and free ranks for you guys in Brawl Stars. By the way, I haven't made any videos the last few days, so just to quickly explain why. One, it was my birthday 3 days ago from when this video comes out, so I just wanted to thank everyone that gave me happy birthday wishes and was very nice to me throughout my birthday. And then at night of my birthday, I had to go to the hospital for 10 hours. I've been having a lot of stomach problems the last couple weeks, and I just couldn't take it anymore. I had a really bad 2 days in a row, so I said, okay, I need to go to the hospital. I thought maybe my appendix burst, which is something in your stomach. It turns out that didn't happen, so I'm pretty happy about that. But the doctors aren't too sure exactly what's going on with my stomach, so I think I got to do some more tests. For now, I feel a little bit better today, but that's why I haven't made videos for a few days, so I hope you guys are understanding. But let's get into it. Okay, so starting off with Chester, he got a hypercharge, and his hypercharge is absolutely insane. Now, they did give it a little bit of a hypercharge rate nerf, but Chester is probably the best anti-tank in the game right now because of this hyper. It basically combines his 3 best supers all in one, and then also leaves a slow wherever you throw it. It's very easy to hit. It's basically impossible to dodge, and you can play Chester in Hot Zone, Brawl Ball, and Gem Grab. So Chester's just a very top tier brawler right now, and I would 100% recommend leveling him up, getting hypercharge, and just making him absolutely insane. Now, a non-hypercharge brawler that we have for you guys is Ollie, and I'm going to complain a lot about trophy system right now, so just bear with me. I'm facing bots right now, and this happens a lot in my video. Now, this time it makes sense. My Ollie only has 27 trophies. I don't really play Ollie besides in scrims. But yeah, Ollie's an insane brawler. You can play Ollie in literally any mode outside of Heist. The reason you can't play Ollie in Heist is because, unfortunately, Ollie just doesn't have the damage for that. He did just receive a nerf for his supercharge, where it went from 5 hits to super to 6 hits to super. And then his jumping gadget on top of that went from 17 seconds to 20 seconds. But Ollie, in my opinion, is the best brawler in the game right now because all the other brawlers got way harder nerfs that were really good. And he's just, like I said, very flexible, and you don't need a hypercharge to make Ollie good. Just get the damage gear, get the gadget cooldown gear, and get the right star power and gadget. It shouldn't be too expensive to get a good Ollie build, and you guys should be good to go. Another non-hypercharge brawler that randomly became good is Mo. So Mo received a buff, and Mo is a pretty tricky brawler to keep balanced, I'm not gonna lie. So with Mo, his main attack reload speed improved from 2,000 milliseconds to 1,500 milliseconds. I believe the original nerf to Mo was making Mo's reload speed, so this is the same thing that got nerfed from 1,000 to 2,000. They're buffing what made Mo bad when Mo was really good. So I don't know exactly how good Mo is, but I do think he's one of the best brawlers in the game right now. And again, he doesn't have a hypercharge, so he's pretty affordable to level up. And the drill super is insane. Because of the drill super, you can kind of play Mo on basically any map. Obviously, something like knockout or bounty, Mo isn't going to be the best in, but you can definitely make Mo work anywhere else, and I'm a big fan of him right now. He's like an anti-tank that's also good into, not good into throwers, but like can kill throwers because of that drill. So he's pretty versatile. I like him a lot, and I would definitely recommend upgrading your rat. Next up, we got Charlie, and Charlie, I think, is like a weird version of Tara right now, where Tara is really good because of her super. Obviously, it can change a game, where Charlie is kind of like a Tara but consistent all game, where instead of having those pets that you can put down and then you try and get your Tara super, you have the spiders that you put down that are basically the exact same as the pets. These spiders come a lot more often, well, I think only a tiny bit more often, and Charlie's a little bit better during out a course of a game than Tara is. Tara just has the better payoff, but Charlie's pretty good. And to be honest, you don't need the hyper for Charlie to be insane. A lot of brawlers you do. Charlie isn't one of them. So yeah, I would definitely recommend upgrading your Charlie, because into brawlers like Mo or Stu or Lou or Macy, brawlers that don't have Pierce, Charlie is just lethal right now. And I forgot to mention, but she's good right now because her supercharge rate went from 7 basics to 6 basics, which also makes it easier to get her hypercharge. Next up, we have Gray, and Gray's been a good brawler for who even knows how long at this point. He got a small nerf where his walking cane, which is his pull gadget, got a cooldown nerf from, I think, 18 to 20 seconds, so it's 2 seconds longer, which isn't really the biggest nerf in the world. especially since it took him a while to get it anyways. But Gray is still insane in modes like Hot Zone, where you can just teleport to the zone, Gem Grab, where you can just teleport to the gem carrier, Brawl Ball, where you can make a nice goal, and even like Knockout and Bounty. Gray is really good. Like, Gray has just been a really good brawler for a really long time. And again, very similarly to Charlie, you don't need the hypercharge for Gray to be insane. In fact, you really don't need it at all, to be honest. It's very good, especially in Hot Zone, to add a second teleport and give you that shield. But at the same time, it's not necessary. It's not what makes Gray overpowered. What makes Gray overpowered is that hook and that teleport. So I would definitely recommend upgrading your Gray because you can play him in all sorts of places. But yeah, Gray is definitely going to be high up on my list of brawlers that I would max out. Next up, we have Janet. And Janet, again, has been really good for a really long time. Now, Janet had one of the best hypers in the game, and it definitely needed a nerf. And so it did. Janet's hypercharge rate got reduced from 50% to 40%. So 50%, I believe, means that it takes 2 whole supers to get a hyper, but 40% means it takes 2 supers and like a third-ish of your next super. So it's a little bit more difficult to get your Janet hypercharge now, which is good because Janet hypercharge was very game-changing. But even without the hypercharge, the fly is very good because if you're facing a brawler and let's say you're a mid in gem grab, you know, you can just fly away and fly to safety. Janet's also good because that gadget the drop the base gadget that you can just put down stops healing, shows where enemies are in bushes, body blocks. Like, Janet is just very versatile, just like Gray. Good at a lot of different things. And the hypercharge, even though it got a cooldown, no, sorry, not a cooldown nerf, a hypercharge rate nerf, is still broken. So I would definitely recommend leveling up your Janet 100%. Next up, we got Buster. Now, you guys, if you have been a fan of me for a long time, you guys know that Buster is very high up on my list of brawlers that if that brawler gets a hyper, they're going to be broken. And honestly, Buster's hyper isn't the best, but the stat boot, I almost said stat boof. The stat buff is enough, honestly, for Buster to jump up a couple tiers. Now, don't get me wrong, the hyper is really good. And the fact that before, when you use a super, well, not before, you still do. When you use a super, you kind of walk clunky. You can't make sharp movements. You're only like up, down, left, right. And you kind of have areas to yourself that's open. With that hyper, I mean, you just click the button and you walk in the most effective line possible, as fast forward to your opponent as you can. And before, Buster just had not enough damage and just slightly not enough health to kind of deal with any brawler. But now with that stat buff, like, God, Buster is so good. And then obviously the pull gadget is insane. So there's just a lot to love about Buster. I'm a big fan of Buster right now. And if you can afford the hypercharge, even without the hypercharge, Buster is insane. But if you can afford the hypercharge, Buster is one of the best brawlers in the game, 100%. Next up, we got Squeak. And again, I've been facing bots for no reason all day, and I don't even know why I keep facing bots because I'm literally at max rank. Squeak is insane right now because of that star power chain reaction and then the wind-up gadget. Now, the wind-up gadget did get a nerf from 11 seconds to 14 seconds, but regardless, it is still super spammy. You get 4 gadgets off in under a minute. And then on top of that, your gadget's doing 4,000 a shot, even more than that when you're using chain reaction star power. So Squeak is just an absolute machine right now. One of my favorite brawlers in Bounty and Knockout especially. But you can also make him work in Gem Grab, Hot Zone, like you name it. You can make Squeak work in a lot of places as long as he's your like only low damage dealing brawler. Like, he does good amount of damage, but he can get ran down by a Mortis or something. So you got to make sure you're playing Squeak with other good anti-tanks. But yeah, Squeak is absolutely insane, and I would 100% recommend, holy English, leveling him up at least to level 11. You don't really need the hyper, but at least to level 11, 100%. Next up, we have Jean, and Jean is just like, Jean is never bad. Like, they're never going to nerf Jean, ever, and if they do, he's still going to be bad. I mean, the Vengeful cooldown did get increased, so he did get a small nerf, but like, it doesn't even really affect him that much. Like Jean is just so good. This healing star power is ungodly good. The pull is obviously a game-changing pull, and the fact that you can play and just hit people so easily to both keep them low and to get vision on them, like, Jean is just so well-rounded. Jean is so insane. Now, obviously, you're not trying to play Jean on, like, Hot Zone where I am right now. I'm kind of just playing it for the gameplay. Or on Heist, but, like, Knockout, Bounty, and Gem Grab, Jean is always going to be good there. So it is a 100% worth the upgrade and worth the coins. Also, I know this doesn't have to do with the video, but it just drives me nuts. Like, how are randoms like this? Like, dude, just stand in the zone. We won the game. Why do both of them have to run out of the zone when they can just put down their phones and they win the game? Like, come on, this isn't real. Next up, we have Mandy, and Mandy's hyper is just absolutely insane. So how could we not put Mandy on this list? Mandy somehow avoided getting a nerf. I don't know exactly how, but she somehow did. And yeah, I mean, 4 shots to super is absolutely insane. The hypercharge is absolutely insane. And then obviously we all know Mandy's range is absolutely insane. So on modes like bounty and knockout, I would honestly just stick to bounty and knockout. Again, I'm playing in Ring of Fire only for gameplay. I didn't want to play a slow paced mode. And also, like, why am I facing bots again? Like, this like ladder is so unreal. But anyways, yeah, Mandy is broken. Mandy's insane. You can kind of pick which gadget you want depending on what build you like more. If you want to shoot through walls or if you want to slow people. I think shoot through walls is a little bit better, but to be honest, I like the slow because you slow someone and it's very easy to super them or hit them. But yeah, Mandy's the best range in the game right now. Probably going to stay that way. Mandy's just absolutely insane, and the hyper can win you a game at any time. So 100% worth the upgrade, but you need that hyper for Mandy to be good. Now, I know you guys are going to be happy about this because I've given this brawler a fair amount of hate the last few tier lists, but we have Grom. Yes, Grom has finally made it onto the list. Grom is a knockout and bounty demon now with that hypercharge. Like, Grom is absolutely insane. That hyper is basically not dodgeable, and again, he escaped the nerfs. I don't know how. So if you're playing knockout or bounty and you want a game-changing super, a thrower, a safe brawler, I would 100% recommend playing Grom. Okay, so next up we have B, and B is probably my favorite anti-tank right now. I think B is probably the best anti-tank in the game, up there with Mo. Maybe Lou is up there too at the moment, but yeah, B is absolutely insane. Both gadgets did get nerfed, and the cooldown went from 17 and 16 seconds on each of them to 20. So yeah, B did get a nerf, but B is still insane. The 4K shot is unreal. Rattling Hive, or as I call it, Spinny B, is absolutely insane as well. And B is another one of those brawlers where you don't need the hyper for B to be insane, but the hyper is, you just can't miss the hyper. And then if you hit that hyper, you just click the auto aim button and it's free hit. So if you do have that hyper, B is a lot better, but you don't need that hyper for B to be good. So if you want a good investment in coins, B is 100% that for you guys. 2 brawlers left, and this one I hate. I can't stand that this brawler is meta again, but we have Bo. And Bo is just unreal. Like, Bo is really good right now, and I'm not a big fan of that, to be honest. Like, I'm very much not a big fan. The hypercharge rate got increased from 35% to 45%, so you basically need to hit 1 or 2 shots after you get your second super, and you're gonna have Bo hypercharge. And the thing with Bo is that you can have 9 different mines on the map at the same time. So for someone like me who struggles to step away from mines, like, that is not a good thing. Like, that is very scary and very rough to deal with. And Bo does a lot of damage as is. So I think Bo is like a very good, well-rounded character right now. Both gadgets are good. The stun mine is very good. And yeah, I don't know. I'm a big fan of Bo in this meta. And then lastly, again, I don't know why I'm facing bots. I'm very confused on why I'm facing bots at max rank right now. So I'm sorry that the gameplay isn't the best. At least you guys can watch me go 17-0. But we have Carl. Now, Carl did get a gadget cooldown nerf. The heat ejector, which I call Fire Carl, went from 15 seconds to 17 seconds. But honestly, that's not the greatest nerf in the world. Like, I still think Carl is going to be a very good brawler. Like, he just has too many brawlers that he counters. Like, if you look, again, these are versus bots, but none of these brawlers have knockback. So this is just free eats for Carl. And then in that case, you can use the flying hook gadget. But then if you are countered and you're facing like a Buzz, for example, you just put on that Fire Carl and you hit him for like, I don't know, 4,000 a shot. It's unreal. You know, obviously you only get that 4,000 shot one time when you use your gadget, but it kind of feels like Squeak a little bit, where you just get that gadget too often. You can just chuck that shot like 7 or 8 or 9 times a game, and a couple of them are going to be game-changing hits. So this is my list for brawlers that I think you guys should level up, because it's just free trophies and free rank right now in ranked. But that's going to be it for my video today. Again, I apologize, I haven't been around too often, but expect amazing videos for the next few days. So I'll see you guys later, and until next time,